Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and ensure you never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links are waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. In this video, we will provide an in-depth analysis and professional betting picks for several key NBA matchups. First up, we'll break down the Atlanta Hawks versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Following that, we'll dive into the Denver Nuggets showdown with the Memphis Grizzlies. Next, we'll analyze the Houston Rockets as they face the Chicago Bulls. Finally, we'll take a closer look at the Brooklyn Nets squaring off against the New York Knicks. Our expert insights will help guide your betting decisions with a focus on trends, matchups, and key player performances. Stay tuned for all the details and our top picks for these exciting games. In the upcoming matchup between the Atlanta Hawks and the Portland Trail Blazers, there's a clear disparity in offensive production. Over the last 5 games, the Hawks have been scoring at a significantly higher rate, averaging 120.2 points per game compared to Portland's 105.7 points over their last 3 contests. This offensive gap is further emphasized by the team's three-point shooting percentages. Atlanta ranks 18th in the NBA at 34.6%, while Portland struggles in 27th place with just 32.5%. Defensively, both teams have been struggling. The Hawks have allowed an average of 119.2 points in their last 5 games, while the Trail Blazers have been giving up 116.8 points in their previous 4. The fast pace of play from both teams. Atlanta ranks 3rd in pace at 104.08 and Portland 10th at 100.46, suggests a high-scoring affair is likely. Given the offensive firepower of the Hawks and their ability to cover the spread on the road, the better play here is to take Atlanta to cover. Additionally, with both teams struggling defensively and pushing the tempo, the over seems like a solid bet as well. Prediction: Atlanta Hawks to cover the spread and the over to hit. In the upcoming game between the Denver Nuggets and Memphis Grizzlies, the history between these two teams offers some interesting insights. Last season, the Nuggets swept the season series 4-0, covering the spread in 3 of those 4 matchups. However, the Grizzlies look like a significantly different team this year, playing with increased toughness despite the absence of Ja Morant. They have a young, developing squad that's beginning to gel, but still experiences some growing pains along the way. The biggest question heading into this game is the status of Denver's star center, Nikola Jokic. If Jokic misses another game, the Grizzlies would have a distinct advantage. Even if he plays, he'll face a tough matchup against Memphis 7'4" rookie Zach Edey, who has proven to be a formidable presence. It's also worth noting that Denver's only loss against Memphis last season came in their first meeting in Memphis. Additionally, the Grizzlies have been strong at home, covering the spread in their last 3 home games. Given the current form and the potential absence of Jokic, take the Grizzlies to cover the spread in this matchup. When it comes to the total, both teams have been scoring at a high rate, with the over hitting in 3 of their 4 matchups last season and a combined average of 236.8 points per game. This season, the Nuggets and Grizzlies both rank among the top 5 offenses in the league. However, Denver's offensive struggles without Jokic have been evident, as they scored only 94 points in a recent game without him, compared to a stretch of 5 games where they scored over 120 points. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies have continued to score efficiently, averaging at least 118 points in 5 straight games, including 4 where they posted 123 points or more. Considering both teams' offensive potency and defensive weaknesses, the over is a solid bet here. Prediction: Memphis Grizzlies to cover the spread and the over to hit. In the matchup between the Houston Rockets and Chicago Bulls, the Rockets have been on a hot streak, winning 4 straight games and sitting in 3rd place in the Western Conference. They've been impressive, particularly in their recent 21-point victory over the Clippers, where they shot 48.4% from the field, knocked down 19 threes, and held LA to just 37.8% shooting. Houston's defense has been solid, limiting their opponent's scoring, as they've allowed an average of just 99.5 points over their last 4 games. Key contributors like Jabari Smith have been playing at a high level, and the Rockets are getting balanced scoring across the board. In their last 6 games, 5 different players have led the team in scoring. On the other hand, the Chicago Bulls have been struggling, losing 6 of their last 8 games. Their offense hasn't been the issue, as they've been shooting efficiently, including a 51.1% shooting performance in a loss to the Cavaliers. However, their defense has been porous, as evidenced by the Cavs shooting 54.8% and hitting 21 three-pointers in their win. Chicago has also been turnover-prone, which has hurt their chances in recent games. Despite some strong individual performances, like Nikola Vucevic's 28-point effort, the Bulls have been unable to keep pace defensively. The Rockets are a more well-rounded team at the moment, with a stronger defense and balanced offense. While the Bulls can score, their defensive struggles against top-tier teams like Houston are likely to be an issue. Given Houston's current form and their ability to limit opponents' scoring, they should cover the spread here. Prediction: Houston Rockets -4 points. As for the total, both teams have been involved in high-scoring games this season, with Houston coming off a 125-point performance and the Bulls scoring 119 points per game in their last 3 losses. Houston's defense has been solid, but they've also shown the ability to put up big numbers, especially against weaker defenses like Chicago's. The Bulls, despite their struggles, should be able to keep the game up-tempo at home, which will likely push the total over. Prediction: over 231.5 points. In the matchup between the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks, the Nets have surprised many by outperforming expectations early in the season. While they may not be a contender, they have proven to be a scrappy and competitive team, keeping most of their games close. The Nets are currently the best team in the league against the spread, ATS, posting a 10-3 record through 13 games, despite a negative average margin of victory, -2.3 points. This ability to stay within striking distance of opponents makes them a valuable pick, especially considering they just lost to the Knicks by only 2 points just days ago. With the spread set at nearly double digits, Brooklyn is a strong play to cover, even on the road. Prediction: Brooklyn Nets +9.5 points. When it comes to the total, this game is likely to be a low-scoring affair. Both teams are not ranked among the top 10 in offensive efficiency, with each sitting 11th or worse. The Knicks, in particular, are the slowest team in the NBA, averaging just 97.2 possessions per game. The Nets, at 26th in possessions per game, 98.8, are not much faster. Additionally, with New York adopting a defense-first approach under coach Tom Thibodeau, this game should see fewer points overall. Given the slow pace and defensive focus, the under is the better play. Prediction: under 218.5 points.